I would request Honorable Mr. Justice H.N. Nagamohan Das, former judge of the Karnataka High Court. He needs no introduction, so please put your hands together and let's all listen to the words of wisdom from Honorable Mr. Justice H.N. Nagamohan Das.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಶಿವಮೂರ್ತಿ ಶಿವಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳೇ, ಘನತವೆತ್ತ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾದ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರೇ, ಶ್ರೀ ವಿನಯ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಮಧುಕರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, firstly, I congratulate all the toppers who have gathered in this beautiful hall. I wish a bright future and a good success in your life and a good career. I wish that all of you serve the nation, serve the people, solve the problems and combat the challenges that the country is facing. In your endeavor, we are all with you. Our wishes are with you. Work hard. Live up to the expectations of the people and the nation. I know all of you cannot make it. Your brothers and sisters are outside this hall. Not that they are unfit, but they didn't get a better opportunity. I used to always tell, I come from a village. I am the son of a middle class farmer. I studied in my village in Kannada medium. I was third class in SSLC. I was third class in PUC. Tell me, what is the class in degree? Can you expect? Even that is third class. Then I joined law. Even there also I am a third class student. After law, there was not much scope to do post-graduation. I didn't get an employment. No parents came forward to give me their girl in marriage. Having no other alternative, I weared the ropes and became a lawyer. I got scolding from my senior, opposite lawyer, my client, and the judge. Because of that, a sense of challenge sprouted in me. That made me to work. Because of my hard work, I earned work throughout the state. In 2004, Karnataka High Court looked at me and appointed me as the permanent judge of Karnataka High Court in 2004. Therefore, there is space, there is occasion, there is possibility that those who are outside this hall can also make a good venture, can also make a good career, can also contribute to the society in a big way. Friends, I remember two things in the matter of recruitment. I will tell one in English and one in Kannada. During the time of Napoleon, he had developed a recruitment policy. That policy was only 3 prescriptions. If you are active, appoint him as an attender. If you are only intelligent, appoint him as an officer. If you both active and intelligent, then appoint him as a soldier. This was the recruitment policy that Napoleon had. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನರ ಆಡಳಿತದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆಯನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಳಿತು. ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ ಮೈಸೂರು ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ನೇಮಕ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಮಧುಕರ್ ಅಂತ ವಿನಯ್ ಅಂತ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಟಾಪ್ ವರ್ಗು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಗೊಂದಲ ಆಗಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರಿಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರನ್ನು ಜೈಲ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ 2 ದಿವಸ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಊಟ ತಿಂಡಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ಜೈಲ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. ಊಟ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತಿಂಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀರಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಹಳ ಸತ್ತೋಗುವಂತ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ 3ನೇ ದಿವಸ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಕಳೆದು ನೋಡಿ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ತಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 20 ಲಡ್ಡು, ಇವನಿಗೆ 20 ಲಡ್ಡುನ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಆ ಸೆಲ್ಗೆ ಈ ಸೆಲ್ಗೆ with an instruction that they should not eat. If they eat, they will be killed. He who do not eat, he will be appointed as accountant general. ಒಬ್ರು ನೋಡ್ದ 20 ಲಡ್ಡು ಎದುರಿಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣೆದುರಿಗಿದೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ. 3ನೇ ದಿವಸ ನಾನು ತಿಂದೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ತಿಂದ್ರೂ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ತಿಂದೇ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅವನ್ 2-3 ಲಡ್ಡು ತಿಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಇವರು 20 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, 20 ಇದೆಯಾ 15 ಇದೆಯೋ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಂತೇಳಿ 20 ಲಾಡುವನ್ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ ತೆಗೆದಿಟ್ನಂತೆ. ಆಗ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪೊಡಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಂದ. ಈ 20 ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟ, ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪೊಡಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಂದ. ಅವನ್ ತಿಂದು ಬದುಕ್ದ. ಆಗ ಈ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋದಾಗ, ಇವನ್ ತಿಂದ್ರೂ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಇಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಇವನ್ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈ ಚೀಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ ನೇಮಕ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ನಾನು 25 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಲಾಯರ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, 9.5 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. I worked for 25 years as a lawyer in the city of Bangalore. I worked 10 years nearly as a judge of Karnataka High Court. As a judge of Karnataka High Court, I had the occasion of conflicting situation where I have to take a decision. At that time, whether balance of justice has to tilt in this favor or in this favor. That's what is the difficulty that I faced. In such a situation, the path that guided me was the constitutional path. I always examined after writing a judgment and put to test whether my judgment is democratic or undemocratic, whether it is secular or non-theocratic, whether it is in favor of social justice, whether it is non-social justice. This path has led me to resolve the most complicated issues that came before me, more tough issues that favored me, and it has shown me the correct path. Therefore, I appeal to every one of you here to toe the path of Constitution. In my small experience as a lawyer and as a judge, I am of the considered opinion that the nation is facing problems and nation is facing challenges. The only correct way that we have to go is the constitutional path. Therefore, I appeal every one of you that if you go in constitutional path, the path will be very safe. It will be in favor of people. It will be in favor of the nation. Whether constitutional path alone is sufficient? No. In addition to constitutional path, you do require an amount of morality. There are 2 kinds of morality: external morality and internal morality. All of you are required to safeguard both external morality and internal morality. For example, external morality, I will give only 2 small examples. In 1975, emergency was declared. Fundamental rights are suspended. Press censorship was imposed. Top opposition party leaders were arrested and put behind the bar. Many number of habeas corpus writ petition came before the High Court and the Supreme Court. At the end, the Supreme Court of India, a 5 judges bench, we call it as constitutional bench, heard the matter, and 4 judges had taken one view. That view is that during emergency, fundamental rights are suspended, therefore writ petitions are not maintainable. One judge took a dissenting view. That view is, whether emergency or no emergency, fundamental rights guaranteed under the Constitution are unsuspendable and untouchable. But majority view prevailed. Thereafter, the appointment of Chief Justice of India came into the picture. Then government appointed a junior judge bypassing the seniority of H.R. Khanna. Aggrieved by this, Justice H.R. Khanna tendered his resignation and came out of the Supreme Court. By examining this entire controversy, an American Supreme Court judge by name Justice Jackson wrote an article in Times of New York. I don't want to give a detailed picture of that article. At the end of that article, he makes a statement. Judges are more often bribed, not by money, but by loyalty to the others, by their vested interest. Judges are more often bribed, not by money, but their loyalty to the others, by their vested interest. Justice Khanna, if he had the desire to become the Chief Justice of India, he should have simply one word. I respectfully agree with my respect brothers. That one word was sufficient to become Chief Justice of India. But he surrendered to the interest of people, interest of nation, and uphold the constitutional propriety. That is what I say morality. That is what I appeal to you to cultivate in your lifetime. Always uphold the Constitution, surrender your interest to the Constitution, to the nation's interest. Surrender your interest to the people's interest. Another example I will give. In 1960s, the Pakistani army arrested and took him into custody an Indian air marshal by name K.C. Cariappa. At that time, the president of Pakistan was a close associate and worked under senior Cariappa, K.M. Cariappa. He wrote a letter to the senior Cariappa. Your son is in our custody. We are looking after him better than any other. And if we desire, we will release and send him to India. The senior Cariappa replied, there is no need to treat my son separately and specially with all privileges. I don't want my son to be released, keeping all other soldiers in your custody. Because all soldiers who are in your custody, who are Indians, are my sons. Therefore, until and unless you release all, don't release my son is the message given. That is what I call it as actional morality. This is what every officer, every executive, that is what I see. Here is our Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, a legislative head of Karnataka, an executive head of Karnataka. In front of me, there is the nation's executive, the future of nation's executive. I always say that this morality is very much important. He maintained that, and he should be emulated for that purpose. He always thinks of constitutional basic features, people's interest, That to the poor people, the backward people, the oppressed people. That is what is required in your administration. Therefore, with your constitutional obligation and also with this morality, if you go in this path, I am sure that every one of you will lead an excellent service in your career. You will lead an appreciation of the common man. You will earn not only good livelihood, but also a great human character. Therefore, I appeal to all of you to path the constitutional path and the morality path, and I wish every one of you a good success. Thank you for this opportunity and wish you all the best.